Hey, 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 I'm Flea, doing my thing, cross-stitching the Sistine Chapel ceiling. We are hanging out and vibing. We got ads starting soon, but I'm still here doing my thing. Hopefully I will see you all in here hanging out with me. Let's get started. We're picking up where we left off yesterday with 272. I would have liked to have done more yesterday, but I had to go to work. We're gonna stitch for as long as possible today. Well, actually, what I didn't do before my stream was move over as far as we can and check where my camera was positioned. Let's go to the wide angle for this. We have to move this bolster that is supporting the frame to the other side for this part. And then we can tighten the frame because now we're working on this last part here. We want to have the bolster thing out of the way. There we go, that's much better. I'm gonna try to get all of this 762 done because we're in the area, we might as well. Okay, I gotta trim this. My thread broke off a little bit, so we're gonna trim it down so we don't inadvertently think it's longer than it is.
The wolf. An artificial paradise. Paradise, 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 paradise.
Ooh, thread super broke. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get 4 above this.
The wolf. An artificial paradise.
Okay. This will be our last strand of 762. Hopefully this can finish this area off. Otherwise, it's going to have to wait until we come back around. Okay, let's mark those off. And I'm gonna get this last chunk, so I gotta move the frame back over a wee bit. And we're gonna try to get this last chunk of 2 done. Ah. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Megan? Hey, how's it going, Kai? Enjoy your lurk. Hey, Nastasia, how are we doing today? Everyone's popping in. I hope everyone's having a good Monday or Labor Day or whatever you have going on today. I am off today because I had to work yesterday. Okay. We are cranking right along in 16 minutes. We got 51 stitches done, which is a lovely pace to start off this morning. Or I guess afternoon. Oh, congratulations, Nastasia! I'm sorry I missed your stream. I hope your stream went well. "25" is up next. Good. I'm glad you had a good first live. Congratulations. Okay. It's hard to keep track of where I'm at right now because I stitched all the way across the last pass through one row lower than I actually meant to. And so it's a little discombobulating counting out my 3 columns because I'm actually only counting out 2 going all the way across for the rest of this pass. And so I keep having to double check where I'm at so I don't do that same thing on this pass. Have a good lurk, Nastasia. Thanks for the lurk. Okay, hold on. Okay. Gotta make a quick adjustment real quick. See if we have enough floss to get just this part done. Megan, gritting is hard. Gritting is a pain in the ass for everyone. That's why I haven't completely gritted this project. Although we are going to have a gritting day soon because when I finish this row, or this pass, I have to do more gritting. Uh-oh. I have half a stitch to finish. That's really annoying. Yeah, I do think it looks beautiful. Like, I love looking at a large grid, especially when you're using cloth or fabric, floss to grid. But I just can't use floss to grid. I don't quite understand the counting, so I went with the pin method because it makes more sense to me. Don't know why. Weird quirk of my brain. Okay, got that little half stitch done. That was annoying that we were 1/2 stitch short of what we needed. Five is done. Okay, our next color is 1, if it'll let me select it. I don't know if we're gonna get all of it, but we are cranking right along. Okay. We're gonna leave those number ones there because they're not in the space we're focused on, which is actually these. So we're now working in technically the square to the bottom left, but because those stitches start much higher, we're gonna start up over here, and I can slide my frame over a little bit more because, and the camera, because this is where we'll be filling in next. Okay, that's 598. And then we have some confetti. So we'll fill this, then deal with the confetti. How far down does this go? Oh, that goes way far down there. I don't know that we're gonna get to all of that. We have a little tiny strand to start off with. Okay, let's get these next two and then tie off and get a new strand. Okay. Okay, got that little chunk done. And now we're gonna travel down to here. Okay, we're gonna mark those off and then try to get the rest of this, at least as far as we can with this strand. Oh, my back is not happy today. Perfect. We should have just enough to finish these last 3 stitches. Okay, let's mark those off. I think that'll put us at or near our goal for the hour. Near it, we're only 6 stitches away. This is how I prefer my hours to go. Lots of fast stitching. We hit our goal or get close to it, then we do the confetti. I hate having to do confetti first because it makes me feel like I'm going so slow. Okay. 503 is next. And there's a good little smattering. Let's wind up 598. Okay, I might not have enough floss on this to do the part at the bottom, so we can leave that for future Flea to keep this part from being more confused. This part I'm working on right now, the Death and Denunciation of Haman is what it's called, is the first piece that I really majorly worked on before I realized that working art piece by art piece was going to lead to more damaging of the fabric by rolling and unrolling it multiple times. And then I switched to this typewriter method, which is what I currently am using. And so that's why all of this down here is already stitched. So I have to go back through with the typewriter method and fill that all in. But, you know, it's a good learning experience. Realizing that rolling and unrolling the fabric a bunch of times would eventually damage it. And led me to this process. I mean, it's still gonna get rolled and unrolled, but I'm minimizing it a little bit more by using this method. Okay, I think that is as much floss as I have for this area. I don't want to push it floss-wise. I've kind of been doing that a lot today. Ooh, this color has a fair amount, but it's a lot of confetti. We are in this square here. We are in... Yes! This square here, so we can move our frame over a bit now. Slide my chair. Okay, 160 is up next. Three is done. 60, which is running low. Okay, let's get that one at the bottom. Even though it's not part of our stitching area. If it is in my working area, I still try to get it. So the difference between my stitching area and my working area is what I call my stitching area is the area that is the 3 columns kind of divided by pattern keeper. That is where I try to stay, and that is where I select my colors. My working area is anything within my white frame. Ah! Pull that out. Having a method for this project has actually made it a lot easier and a lot more feasible to tackle because I have a set way that I'm doing it and I can stay focused on that. And then slowly, stitch by stitch, fill in 1.9 million stitches. Okay. Take this off. We are over here, which is not in the camera frame. Now it's in the camera frame. We are for sure over our hourly stitching goal, and we've still got about 15 minutes of stitching time before our break, so we have a good chance to get pretty far ahead for the next hour. Okay. Okay. My thread was knotted. Okay. Okay, let's mark that off. Okay. Okay. Let's mark this off. And our last color in the column we're working on is 597, which has like 3 stitches we're gonna get, depending on how long our floss is. Oh no. Crap. I just stitched in the wrong color. This is 160 and 161. They're slightly different. It's hard to see on camera, but there is a difference there. But I don't think it's a big enough difference to go back and restitch it. Like, I feel like I want to tear that out and restitch. So I feel like I can see it, but no one but me is gonna be able to really see it as much as I can. And I might just leave it. Errors are projects. I thought I was stitching the wrong color. We'll sigh. Mistakes happen. But that's what makes this piece unique, is that no one is going to make the same mistakes that I do if they try to make this themselves in the future. Okay, I'm just gonna get this one stitch because those ones are part of a different area and I would like to move out of the area of my mistake if possible. 597 is done. Our next color is 926, which has a fair couple different smatterings. Let's make sure we get the right color this time. 926, 926. Just silly mistake. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you can really tell that the mistake is there. I think I'm the only one that's going to be able to see it when it's done. And there's, I mean, it was what, 20 stitches out of 1.9 million stitches? That's an error rate of like 0.00001. Okay, we got ads starting in about a minute. We got 164 stitches done this hour. I'm pretty happy with that. That puts us, you know, less than 90 stitches away for our second hour. Hopefully in our second hour, we will get to our easy mode goal for the day. Today, I would like to even get past our hard mode goal. But it's really hard to cross stitch when my wife and dog are out in the living room sitting on the couch because my wife also has today off. And I'd really just like to be hanging out with them. But this project beckons. Gotta work on it every day or I'm gonna fall behind on it. And I've already fallen a little bit behind from all of the other breaks I've taken. So consistency is key. So we're gonna go on a 3-minute break here coming up pretty soon. Stand up, stretch, do whatever you need to take care of yourself. Then I will be back and we will continue stitching. we're back. I'm Flea. We're cross-stitching the Sistine Chapel ceiling, 1.9 million stitches over 12 to 20 years. Let's keep stitching. Okay, wait a minute. I lost my spot. That one. Let's analyze here. 1, 2. There's the okay, so this one is done. This one is done. That's where I'm at. Got it. Sometimes coming back from a break is hard because I forget exactly where I left off. So our goal for this hour, our first goal is 250 stitches. Our second goal is to hit our easy mode goal, which is 280 stitches. We keep stitching as much of this bottom area as I can. So we're going to slide the camera back over this way. We're giving future Flea a big boon here today. Sometimes we're helping her, sometimes we're not. Okay. Okay, we're gonna tie this off because we're getting too far out of pocket. And then come back over here and get the rest of these. Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. God, this part is so confusing. Okay, our next color is this one, 3849. Ugh. $926 is done. And we've got 3849. Okay, let's see. We are starting here and working all the way down here, which is in our camera area. But the only ones in our stitching area are these ones here in this first square, so we're just gonna do this whole strand. Okay. Let's get that last one. And that is the last of that strand. Okay. Three, 815. Well, thank you for the hydration break, Jensen Angel. I'll take it, and I'll take the stretch. Nice little hydration. And a little stretch. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing today, Jensen Angel? Okay. That's awesome! Good job! I hope the peacock turns out beautiful. I can't wait to see it on the Discord. Okay. Next color is gonna be 318, for 3 stitches. Okay, we'll tie that off. And our next color up is 161. Color we already did. Well, that should help it blend in more then. 318 is done. That's awesome, Jensen Angel. I can't wait to see it. I'm sure it's gonna look great. I'm in the wrong spot, making a few mistakes today. This one I caught. Should actually be down here. There we go. This is where I want to be. Okay. 2 stitches away from our hourly goal, which is pretty awesome. We've got some confetti now, though, so we will definitely hit our hourly goal this hour. There we go. Three, 7, 6, 6. Okay, that one is done. And then I'm gonna get this one because it's bugging me sitting there. 502. Three, 7, 6, 6. 502. Okay, and then we're gonna get these three over here, which is slightly off the camera. Oh, you did send a Tilly treat reward. I have to get her in here. Tilly! I got treats! I missed it. I'm sorry. It didn't come up on the alert. Thanks, Jensen. Yeah, do you want a treat? Come here. Let's switch to the Tilly cam. Yeah, you know where to get your treat. Here, you want it? Come here. Come here. Yeah, there you go. It didn't, I don't think it made a sound on my headphones, so I didn't see it. We'll let Tilly enjoy her little treat. Excuse me. Here. I deeply appreciate the reminder, and Tilly does not particularly want to hang out with us today because Mom is laying on the couch in the living room. But she did get her treat. Well, you got the only one this stream. There's only one per stream, so I'm glad someone used it. I'm glad she knows what the treat bag sounds like and came running. Okay, our next color up is 3809. Okay. Let's wrap up 502. Eight oh nine. Get on 3809. 3809. Being extra careful now to make sure I have the right colors. Okay, we're gonna get this last one over here. Okay. Our next color is 9:30. Now that we are in the top half of the hour, we're going to be doing more confetti again. Okay. And our next color is 501. $9:30 is done. Ooh. I don't know if the sound picked that up or not, but that felt good. I love cracking my knuckles. Okay, next up is 3,750 for a one-off. No.
I find myself go in and out of apathy for you and me. We're hanging on possibilities, too lonely to stay, so I have to leave. I'm running through the wild right now. Your love is like an empty crowd. My cry is the only sound. Baby, turn around. Last chance, it didn't work out. I'm on the edge of scream and shout. I'm falling, I'm free, already gone.
Okay. Next up is 3848.
Hotter than steam, you make me weak. Detoxify my every need. Don't wanna melt in your misery. All battles won through that mystery. I'm running through the wild right now. Your love is like an empty crowd. My cry is the only sound. Baby, turn around. Last chance, it didn't work out. I'm on the edge of scream and shout. I'm falling, I'm free, already gone. I'm already gone. Tried a million times for you. Can't wait too long. Baby, now we're through. Already gone. Already gone. Already gone.
Okay. And now we are on 322. Face cam is on, can't stick the needle in my mouth. No. Okay, 932 for a 1-off. Okay. Next color is 317. Okay, we are here. Who can name what my shirt is from? I just made a stupid face. Okay. We are over our easy goal for the day, so that's exciting. I gotta look up what the medium goal is on break. Okay, last stitch of this color. Mark those off. No. Thanks, Nastasia. Welcome back. Okay. Next color is 646 for a good little smattering. Put 317 away. That is a really good question, and I'm pretty sure I don't know the answer. Don't want to try making a guess out of it, but that is quite the interesting question that I will have to look up. But I think it has something to do with the hair follicles, would be my guess. That's a good thought. And Nastasia, I always appreciate your questions because they do get me talking. But my guess is that's something to do with the hair follicles. Yes, the hair would just keep growing. But I also think that there's some part of it, like on your leg hair and arm hair, that like breaks off. We have break starting in a couple minutes. We are over 300 stitches, which is an awesome stitch count. We are only 70 stitches away from our 3rd hour goal, which is a great spot to be in. No. Okay, let's mark all this off. We are in a really good spot and break time is here. Let me just tie this off. And we are on break. And we're back. Jen, thank you so much for pointing that out. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your lurking as well. Thank you so much. We got that fixed. We are now going to move on to 645. And I am going to stitch these last two colors in this column and then bid y'all adieu for today, because really it's Labor Day, my wife is off, and like I really want to spend time with my wife and my dog. We don't often get 2 days off in a row where we don't have to do anything. Well, I did have to work yesterday, but so I am going to finish off these last two colors and then go kick it with her. What am I doing here? What am I doing here is continuing my dedication to this epic project. And my easy goal is my 20-year goal, and we've already hit it. And that makes me happy and gives me 20 years of content to hang out on here with y'all. So we are just going to finish up these two colors. And my wife is very supportive, and also in my dream world, I stitch for 40 hours a week live on camera and make this my sole income. Or at least like 35 hours a week with an hour of admin. And so doing that requires stitching every day right now, and I have a wonderful wife that supports that. I am very fortunate and lucky, and I'm not just saying that because I know that she can hear me. I also say it when she's not home, which y'all can attest to. I have been very fortunate to find the perfect woman for me, and the perfect dog for me, and our perfect house where I can set this up. And obviously it's not perfect. Nothing truly is. But I feel very fortunate. I am living my best life and stitching my lifelong dream. And for that, I feel very lucky. Now, I don't know what kind of... Well, I mean, I do know that I was a super weird kid, but I was the weird kid that wanted to stitch the Sistine Chapel ceiling, because that's a thing that kids want to do. It is a thing that I wanted to do. Now I'm doing it. Also, I've been told there's a chance for boba after this. So. Okay, let's mark all of those off. $235. Oh, we're in a good spot. Okay, 8 is our next color. I'm doing pretty well at building up my stitch tolerance, so I'm hoping this week we can get like 20 hours of stitching in, Monday through Friday. That would be awesome, or at least 15 hours. Okay. 8 camera here across. Okay. And of course, 8. We have a little teeny tiny strand for, so I'm going to take care of those 2 stitches at the top. And then I'll pull out a new strand. This one, so I still have enough floss. I think I have enough floss for 2 more stitches. I have discovered that listening to audiobooks when I stitch instead of watching TV is much more fulfilling and much more helpful. So I have been doing that, which is why I've been a little bit quieter lately. But now with the smart technology that starts and stops my audiobook when I start talking, it's super awesome. So it is allowing me to stitch for much more time. Especially when y'all aren't feeling particularly talkative. Or when I'm not feeling particularly talkative. Which both things do occur. I don't know, it's some sort of tech with the Apple AirPod that it has, that, like, sound recognition, where it, like, stops my Audible book when I'm talking, and then resumes it like a couple seconds after I stop talking, so I don't miss anything and can converse just fine. And then occasionally, if I talk for too long, then I just have to hit play again on my iPhone. So my neurospicy brain is so much that I am cross-stitching, listening to an audiobook in one ear with one AirPod, listening to music with my big headphones over my ears, and concentrating on chat and engaging with you guys when I can. If that's not a neurospicy brain, I don't know what is. Okay, here are our last 2 qualifying stitches for the day. Yeah, I do all the... It is very rare for me to not be doing at least 2 things at once. I'm currently listening to lectures about the Old Testament so I can better understand the pieces that I'm working on. And of course, the pieces that the guy is covering are not any of the pieces I've gotten to yet. But I'm going to have a lot to say about some other pieces when we get there. Right now, we're in the death and denunciation of Haman, which I've told the story in other streams, but I will be telling more of the story as we get closer to this part here, probably tomorrow, because we're actually get to where Haman's body and how he's crucified, which is interesting because in the Bible, he is not crucified. He's hung on his own gallows that he built to hang Mordecai on, but then ended up being hung on the gallows that he built himself instead of Mordecai for his treachery. But I will be telling more of that story in my stream tomorrow, which will be happening around 2 p.m. California time, which is right about a half an hour ago. So I will be on around the same time. I appreciate y'all joining me and hanging out today. I will be back again tomorrow. We got 351 stitches done today in about 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's pretty darn good. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let's do this.